to the October 7th meeting of the Conservation Advisory Council. I call the meeting to order, so we'll start right now. First of all, it's the minutes of the meeting. Has anybody any objections to the last one or any comments or anything?
No.
Make a motion to.
I move that we accept the minutes.
Second.
Thanks.
It was.
Now. This is 31 Peconic Avenue. We have the architect here too. Thank you for coming. It's always it's a lot helpful when we have the person involved. So
Yeah.
we can get the quick responses.
Yeah.
I usually give a quick summary of what I picked up, and then if anybody wants to add to it, we can. So, okay. First thing on this one is that I noticed that we'll have to either put a new silt fence or repair the old one. Down in pieces, so we have to take care of that on the wetland side. Am I speaking loud enough for you?
No.
Not loud enough? Okay.
Try,
I saw you looking.
no, I guess it's on my face, yes. Trying to pay attention, but I can't. Kids.
Okay.
Sorry.
So that was one thing that I had. On a proposed site plan, I wrote down submit revised plans showing revisions to utility lines and septic system, or provide as-built site plan and vegetation plans for that. And I don't know, I was hoping Chris would be here, whether the town gets as-built drawings, because that's really the useful thing, because during construction, everything.
Well, it was a board of review job, so everything had to be put exactly where they showed.
Oh, yeah, that one, yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
And the utility is PSE and G, and that goes
Right.
where they say.
That's underground.
Yeah.
Yeah, they did underground
It's
to
they're
that.
sinking then. But that's two good things. I mean, the line at least won't be intercepted by the trees in the yard falling down or something like that. So
Right, right.
it's a good thing, but that's costly too, you know. It's more expensive to run our overhead. And it's not that we have any problems, but it's harder to repair an underground line. So
It's a lot more beautiful though.
it's a lot.
Yes, it is.
It makes it
Yes, it
beautiful.
is.
And you don't have to worry about your own trees knocking down stuff.
Right.
Or car,
I agree.
well, car hits a pole, you lose it anyway. But they did a nice job there, and I see you're gonna put, I guess, the meter and everything on that one board that's at the end.
Yeah.
Looks good, so I think that's a good thing. But that was my comment that, you know, either I don't know how we're gonna do it, but some way get the final layout, whether we change the plan to show that.
Yeah, well, everything will be on the final survey.
Yeah, you think,
It'll show on that, with the underground. But the underground's that's outside of the 100 feet anyway.
acceptable. Yeah, oh, yeah, it's all, no, I'm not questioning that. It's
Right.
just that I was saying on the site when I went there, I saw that. And yes, it's really not a wetlands problem.
Right, right,
There is your septic system that you put in, so.
right, right.
And anyway, we have, good evening. Hi. Yeah. The thing that I want to say on that is that, I guess the final survey will take care of it, but we'll see. But anyway, it's good.
Yeah, because all that, all the utilities, everything has to show on the final survey.
Yeah,
So it'll all be
and
on.
that gets submitted to the town.
Yeah, well, everything, yeah, on your health department. It's all on with the health department stuff. Everything's located now.
Yeah, no, I know yours, but I thought maybe,
No, even the underground electric, propane lines, everything. Yeah, everything's got to be on the survey now.
so
Any
then,
dry wells, all that stuff.
right, so the
Yeah.
town gets that.
Yeah, yeah, they get that along with it. Yeah.
Sure of that, so that's good. Okay. And like I said, the PSE and G, we have no guide over, or the health department for the septic. That's,
Right.
wherever they want it, that's where it goes, so that's two good things there. Now, one thing is the test hole indicates water elevation 0, but the test
It was 12 feet to water.
Yeah, so it's just the bottom line on that is incorrect, that it is that on. It's on, which one? Yeah, it's right on the septic plant. Shows 0, and then the bottom says water encountered at elevation 0, and it should be -12.
Right.
They just called the water level at 0, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah,
Sometimes they do that, sometimes they call it like 1.2
Yeah.
feet, depending on where.
Right.
You know,
should be just,
Get rid of those green tops on the septic systems everywhere.
pardon me?
You know, the green tops, the tabs,
Yeah,
they're so terrible.
You can get creative with that stuff now. You got like a little wine barrel or something, put some petunias in it or something, you know? Yeah, we have to have access to it because we got to service them twice a year, you know? But if you paint the color, you know, you can change the color too. It's actually better to paint them because the plastic doesn't like the sun.
They probably thought like, oh, it's gonna match lawn.
Yeah, well, that's what it is, yeah.
Figure something out.
Yeah,
there's something there with it.
some people will plant the garden and just put mulch around it, and
Yeah.
we just pull the mulch to the side and go at it.
Howard, which plan was it that you said?
Oh, on the elevation, it's on the septic plant,
Okay.
the C2,
Yeah,
which is from,
one side says elevation 12 and then,
yeah, you see the water is at -12, but underneath it says water encountered at elevation 0. So it should be at,
oh, I think that,
Minus.
so if you look at the other side of,
it's an,
So that's where the elevation is.
Right.
And water was encountered 12 feet below.
right.
So if this is elevation 12, then -12 is elevation 0. So it was encountered 12 feet below, and the elevation of where the test hole was taken was at elevation
I
of
see what
12.
you're saying, yeah, so
Yeah.
it was counted at 0, okay.
Yep.
It was just a little confusing to me.
Right, no, yeah,
It's a line item.
Oh, it could be, right.
I could see it,
Yeah.
exactly, right.
Thank you, yeah.
You don't normally see just 0. So you're like, is it 0? Did they do the math? It's like, so in this
Yeah.
case, yeah,
They did.
right.
Yeah, it's a minor thing, but I just picked it up, so,
Yep.
okay.
Are you the engineer?
No, I'm Mike Shannon from InterScience. We're helping Carrie with the permit
Oh, okay.
for these things. The engineer that designed this was Matt Sherman.
Yeah, sorry, yeah,
Yeah, so we're
okay.
just helping them clarify all these things.
Picking out new colors for the cars.
Breaking the code, the code, that's,
It's
Interior
my
designer.
only job, that's why I'm here at this point.
well, I didn't bring a color chart with me, but, okay. Okay, that was that thing, I don't know. There's it's not shown on the survey, but it's shown on the photo too. It's like a plastic or metal cover next to the existing deck that's coming out. I just wondered what that was.
I'm sure what you're talking about.
On the photo that we submitted,
Yeah, on photo two. It's hard to see on the photo, but it's there. You can see right in the center on photo two, it's like a spot there that's like a 2-foot by 3-foot cover, just a little metal cover there. And it just doesn't say what it is on the place.
Is it on the front face?
It's,
By the deck, was that
By
still,
the
was that
deck.
still there when you went down and looked?
yeah, that was there when I went there. It's
right
right
I
here.
don't remember seeing that.
It's right here. And I said, what the heck is that?
Oh, okay.
Is it like a metal or plastic cover? It's flush with the ground, but I don't know what it is. So
I don't
I
know.
just,
When you were out there, that you saw that?
Yes.
Okay, gotcha.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
So
Yeah, I
there's
wouldn't pick
something.
it up from the picture.
right.
And I just don't know,
Reference, I see.
I don't know if it's going to stay there or,
No.
it's probably something, I don't know what.
Yeah, there was, there was some steps there.
Oh,
Falling apart.
yeah, no.
So, but I don't know.
Just a clarification on this.
Have you installed them or something? Or just, that hasn't been done?
Yeah, well, the trenching is all there.
Okay, I'm just wondering, it could potentially be the clean out for the septic, but I'm not,
No,
Yeah, no, because they had to chop out concrete step,
right,
so we could run the line out, so I'm waiting for that to hook up, so.
right.
but,
You Petter Larson,
yeah.
you did the house 20 years ago.
Oh, yeah,
Right.
yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
okay. Yeah, I had my sister, now it's 5 years now.
5 already, yeah,
5 years with it.
Huh.
Time for another contract, I guess.
yeah.
Okay, so that we took care of. It's fine. Okay, now, by the code, there's no driveway permitted in the 100-foot line. If you look on code, which is on 129.2 of the chart in the code, and your plans show the gravel going up there, like, right now, you don't have a gravel driveway you're putting in, and now it could go up, we don't mind it going up to the front, but not crossing that 100-foot line.
On the left side.
Yeah.
The survey, and that may have been the plan from.
It's not permitted by the wetlands code. Driveways, even though it's pervious, I mean, that's a good idea, but vehicles, my old car leaks a lot of oil, so
Yeah,
it doesn't help.
I looked at some old aerial photos, and I think that it was there one time, and I'm wondering whether,
I just left it in there. I mean, there's no driveway now, it's just the pad of the road, it's just
Yeah,
ground, so.
That means that's the point at which the driveway can't come back.
right. Excellent, right, yeah, yes. Yeah, we should put the driveway back here. Which it looks like on the survey that it would have been where the existing was, but you're right, it wasn't there, so I wonder if it was there and this was just a leftover from when the survey was. So we can just keep it at 100 feet.
yeah, just,
Yes.
We're fine with just keeping it on the 100 side, so we can put that in any description, or if you wanted to make it a recommended condition to the board, I think that's fine.
Yeah, I just put it on our response that the
Of course, yeah.
indicate on the site plan in 100 feet. That's all I had. Anybody else got anything?
yeah, I got a lot of stuff. So this is a classic example of a job that if you could sit down with the building department and an engineer and lay the whole thing out and figure out what the best way to do this project, because the house had to be rebuilt. Everything was rotted in it. It had no foundation, just had like a crawl space. And the footings, all that stuff was inadequate. So at the point of, before you guys did anything, they should be able to go to the town and say, hey, this is what we've got. We can move it forward to the front yard setback, which will get it out of the wetlands, and build a new house, put a full basement in, use the same footprint, and get what you want without having
The
to.
same footprint move.
Yeah, just
forward.
move it forward, because you have at least what do we have it's 40-yard front yard setback, right?
Yeah.
And if you're back like 65,
Feet. But at that point, you don't even need to use the floor plan, right?
no, but I mean, you could, same square footage, basically, but get it out of there. And then you could, as a negotiating point, you could, then build what you want and not have to do all this nonsense. And from the get-go, you could do a 2-story, the whole bit,
Right, well,
Carrie understands that. Now, obviously, since.
But there's never a mechanism to do that yet. That's the problem. And I think if it's all analyzed before you even get started, like say, I just bought this place, this is what we've got. It's not, we can't really repair what's here, and there's no point in it. will get out of the wetlands, you know, as a mitigation point and allow us to build something good.
Right,
Well-
so what had happened in this case was, this house is for Carrie's 90-year-old mother.
Right,
So they went in with the hope that they'd be able to fix it up.
Right.
And get it all set so that she could live there, and as things happen, especially with older homes, as they tore the sheetrock off, they found wood rot, they found termite damage, and they found, in some cases, according to the contractor, some studs and other things that they didn't think were structurally sound in certain places. So then he was left in a position of, well, I want to try to get this done for my 9-year-old mother.
Right.
And so they did more stuff. And at that point in time, should they have come to the town? Yes, but they were also thinking, okay, can we just get this done? And then
In the future.
in the future, yes, it would be,
there should be a mechanism for that,
Yes.
is what I'm saying. You know, you're an architect, you could look at it and say, look, there's really, it's gonna cost more to try to,
Oh, I said
we'll
that.
throw the whole thing in a dumpster and we'll come back to,
That would have been great.
Yeah.
But the fact is, this was 5 years ago we're talking about.
right,
There was COVID, there was
Right, right.
understaffing in the health department.
Yeah.
There was, you know, it was crazy time, and there was no way I thought it was gonna take 5 years. And my
Right.
mother is like, you know, I hate this house. She said, she hears voices that say, you're never gonna live in this house.
Oh, no,
It's terrible.
that is
No.
terrible.
But we, we did meet with the building department a lot of times. And we, you know, it's very obvious that this house is completely
right.
piece of shit. I don't know if I'm supposed to say that or not, but it was, I think it's all,
It was dumpster quality.
it was terrible. There was 30 squirrels
Yeah.
in the ceiling. The roof was literally falling in, and it was unsafe.
Yeah, yeah.
so they had a building permit to do stuff in the interior, and it just,
Well, the trouble is, then it hits that 50% thing,
right.
And
which it's, you know, it was 100% bad, so.
50%.
Like I say, there should be a mechanism where you could sit down reasonably with everybody and say, look, you know, this is what we need to be able to do to have something decent.
That would be.
And if you
great.
started off that way, then you could have, I think everybody would have been happy, you would have been out of the wetland area, you would have had what you wanted,
Yeah.
and you wouldn't have spent all this money, you know.
I know.
And you'd be
There's a
finished
couple
by
of
now.
things,
Uh,
go ahead. No, you go.
So are you, so.
Well, I'm not
is the
saying-
company- You're just.
I'm just in a
broadly
general-
term As an advisory
Yeah,
committee.
so this doesn't happen to somebody else that has the same situation.
Right,
Yeah.
and we also have some other clients who have asked us questions like, so can we just ask someone if we can do this? Can we ask someone? And we aren't, I'm actually thinking like, okay, what's the mechanism if I just want to just ask the question, if this is something that will kind of pass the sniff test, so to speak, you know, like, would the town be amenable to this thought? Because right now, what the process is that we have to go through the entire DEC process, get a permit, and then we come to you and we don't, well, the town, and we don't know whether the town's gonna be okay with it. And, you know, we're fine doing what the town wants, but it'd be nice if we could talk to someone or a group. I don't know if there is a discussion item situation or something like that, but I'm just speaking broadly. We were just thinking about it on a number.
Well, they're in the process of rewriting the wetlands code, but like I say, there should be a provision for this. There are some houses that, like on Tuttle Drive, you don't have 100 feet between the bay and the street.
Right.
So, and a lot of these houses are shot, you know, and,
If I could just say one thing, that is that we didn't want a 2-story house. We didn't want a big house.
right,
You know, my house is down the block, that's big enough, that's got enough attention, and I don't need any more attention.
right, yeah,
I think that's gonna be a really cool little house.
yeah,
Well put together. I
yeah,
think it'll be perfectly beautiful. We've had 5 years to design a shoebox. So,
Right.
you know, I agree with you though, 100%. If there was a way to make that possible for people that are gonna be coming in front of the board, it would be great.
right. As a starting point, rather than a finishing point.
Right.
Yeah,
You know.
no, it'd be-
Right,
Very interesting.
Yeah,
I
so,
think the building department would entertain you coming in and request things, sit down with them and see what they could do.
yeah,
I think if someone told them that they could provide more information, because a lot of the times I'll go and I'll speak with Reed or I'll speak with Brett, and they'll say,
Right.
it's not up to us at the end of it. Like this is what these are what the setbacks are, this is what the requirements are. But, so my office, InterScience, doesn't normally get involved unless there's something complicated or different, or like something where you have to think maybe a little bit outside the box on something. And then usually I'm involved in projects where I have to go to the board, where we can't really move things back. Like this would have been a nice one to work, but a lot of times, like, there was a one, I think, on Bay Street or Bay Avenue, where the majority of the existing house was seaward of the 75-foot line.
Right.
There
right,
was no way of moving it back.
Yeah.
So like, what do we do there?
right.
So.
Yeah, I remember that one.
Yeah, there's a lot of
But
complications.
you know, it's just that this is a good example of when we could say, hey, you know, let's just stop, let's discuss this whole thing, and I think it could be worked out. So in the future, I mean, not on this particular project, but, you know, I think it would be better if everybody sat down
And it
and,
was so obvious that it was falling down.
oh, yeah, yeah,
It was not a healthy place.
right.
Perfect thing to do that.
Yeah, yeah, so,
They certainly agree that that would have been desirable had there been a mechanism. You're
Right.
saying there needs to be a mechanism.
Yeah.
So maybe, Jessica, we get in the minutes that we're suggesting that we review what that might be. Obviously, you don't want to open up a whole can of worms, but on the other hand, perhaps under circumstances like this, if it could be defined, there could be a mechanism that helps the homeowner, and we're complying with wetlands requirements. It's easy enough to do, right? Yeah,
Well, yes,
we just have to get someone to define
there just
the,
has to be a mechanism to do it.
That's-
Nothing's easy, but, you know, if there is a,
and the mechanism just needs to be properly worded. So you don't have everybody requesting it, on the other hand, that there is a circumstance by
Right.
which you can, right?
so it doesn't go, like you said, from the building department to the, well, that's not our department, is, you know. But if everybody sits down at the table, looks at the situation,
Had a conversation,
comes up with a solution, that's the best way.
right, right.
You know?
Yeah,
And sure, yeah, you have to go through the DEC, you have to go through the wetlands, but that's part of it. But to start with that would go quickly, if you had an end solution that works
yeah.
for everybody, you know? So that's just my thoughts on it.
Good. Let's call it the Larson mechanism.
so,
Yeah.
so in the future, when we hope to
So
see.
Amber, what do you think? Amber's a supervisor, is that something worth?
Writing a note about putting in a pre-conference thing.
Yeah, well, that's a good idea.
That's
Yeah.
it, that's it, right,
I
exactly.
wrote just look into moving structure out of 100 foot. That was my short.
I mean, if it's something that it needs to be demoed anyway, I mean, even if you could pick up 10 feet, that's something, you know what I mean, coming back and work it.
But you're saying you're so far along you don't wish to, right?
This time, yeah.
That would be a
What's that?
test.
That's what I thought.
But I can tell you that we did do, and this was very much in our minds, is doing this little here for anyone to look at and say, you know, that's a bad idea. Everything we did is moving away. There was a horrible deck on the back.
Right.
Right,
We took that, we're proposing taking that off. The deck, the big deck in the back comes right up to a birch tree and made a 90-degree connection to that thing. We're just taking that back so that there's no issue with that.
Have you already, I'm sorry if I,
Yeah, that's it.
it's already in, so the septic system's already in.
yeah,
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 it's
yeah.
in, it's
So,
installed.
right, so.
Not working yet, but it's.
Right, but moving the
No,
existing.
no, at this point, we can't, I'm talking about future
You're talking
stuff.
about
I'm
future.
talking
I'm sorry,
about
I'm-
this at all.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
Yeah, so, no, that's fine.
But this is a good thing to discuss this while we have an example.
Right, this could have been moved back, yes. but-
Yeah, yeah.
Right, exactly.
And if someone, you know, if there was a mechanism and we had that conversation, this would have been
Right.
3 years ago.
Right,
Right.
And
Yeah, I
at
know
that
that.
point at the beginning, then
So
you guys can also
confusing,
say
who
like.
goes to where. and
right, right, right.
Provide, like, if you're gonna do this, provide a X foot buffer, provide all this,
But,
and
you know-
tell them ahead of time.
Yeah, I mean, you're not gonna get the DEC, the health department, and the town all sit down together. But if everybody in the town, the building department, the town board, the CAC, you know, everybody sat down at a table, it's easy enough to
That'd
do.
be such a great process, too.
Yeah.
It would just be.
And then say, and then suggest to the DEC, no, but this is what we would like to do. And then they will probably let you, you know, I would think.
It's, yeah,
So for the good of everybody.
good for the future,
Of
yeah.
course, yeah.
Because that structure is, you know, probably takes more to fix it up than to tear it.
Well, yeah, you just get to a point
It
where
does.
it's a, you know,
I mean, I'm sure the electrical wiring, everything inside.
Oh, yeah, that's all.
it's all gonna be new, everything's new, yeah. Yeah,
Yeah, all the studs are new. It's like,
Yeah.
Well, as you said, it's going to be a wonderful little house when it's done, right? You've done a great job with it, so yeah. So that's right. But in the future, if we can help
Yeah.
others,
Yeah,
right.
yeah, we'll try, not to make it cumbersome and difficult, because no one wants that.
but maybe,
Right, yeah,
I just think so.
okay.
That's my 2 cents anyway.
that's very good.
That's really good, yes.
But it's a good example when that's all. It's, you know, you don't run into these all the time, you know, so it's just good.
You wish you weren't the example, but yeah, but if it helps, happy to be helpful. I know you are. I know you are, yeah.
I just read that maybe interdepartment meeting on next project.
Yeah, on something like,
Something like that, and yeah, and Amber's getting some language down too, so we'll,
if you were ever interested in me participating in that, I would consider that. I'm not saying that, you know, that you guys want that.
Oh, that'd be helpful.
well, you know, we'd be a good storyteller too.
I would.
Yeah, because I went through 5 years of kind of hell.
As an example.
Yeah, as an example, yeah. I mean, I think everybody kind of wants the same thing, you know, we want to try to do a project that complies to everything and do it
Do
correctly.
their job too, so they don't want to go out of the box.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's why you have to kind of get ready to sit down and be ready.
look at it sensibly.
Yeah, that's all.
Sure.
Yeah, so I think that's good.
It's kind of silly to have a shell, you know, just sitting there for a couple of years.
Yeah,
Right, that was empty for a while, that house, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, the Murphys had.
Well, and there was a family of squirrels living there.
the family,
Except for the squirrels.
Right.
some mice and stuff.
They weren't the long-eared squirrels, were they?
Oh,
But so when Carrie and Lan came to us and we're like, well, we're gonna do an application to the town, then we have to see what we can do to improve what the situation is. So that's why you'll see that the plan includes reducing the amount of coverage within 100 feet of the wetlands by 663 square feet. So we're reducing a lot of that. And we also told them, like, look, you're gonna have to do a buffer. Like, there's no way they're gonna get around it. So that's an extra, I think, 3,800 some odd square feet of plantings.
Yeah,
So we tried to take what we had and at least, and also you guys, I mean, the IA system was already there, but that's huge. So, so I hope that you guys see that it's definitely trying to leave it better than it was. It's not perfect, but at least it's better than it was.
Right.
yes,
absolutely.
Yeah.
Yes.
Really clear.
so,
Yeah, thank you.
great. And then, you know, everything would fall around that, like now the proposed plan still has the trees there, which aren't there, you know, they were taken down to put in the IA system.
Only, what did we take, 1 tree down? I think, 1, 2, no, 3.
And
little
then
ones.
there was some done for the.
Yeah, there's 3 or 4 altogether with the 1 big one and then 3 or 4 little ones in there. That was it. So
See, so,
get a little more light in there now, which is good.
Yeah.
that's going through it.
Yeah.
Falling.
Yeah,
But that's, you know, like now,
That's very
now if you're going to do and use this, you have to change the vegetation plan to show that those trees are removed.
well, they're out of the 100 foot though. They're,
Yeah, but it's still, the proposed plan. We only get one site plan. We don't get a
right.
site plan. But otherwise, that's all we have on that one. That's a good one. And I appreciate you coming in because
Of course.
it helps us. So we learn a lot on your difficulty in getting something like this.
Want to vote on it?
Yeah, let's take a vote. You want me to read the whole
Yes.
thing again? Okay. Require new or repaired silt fence. I think everybody agrees on that, doesn't it? And proposed site plan, revised plan should revision to utility lines and septic are on there now, or provide an as-built, I don't know, and vegetation plan to match that. we have no jurisdiction over the septic location or the ESE&G. They take control of the land department. And then I had the test hole, that slight little thing on there for the elevation, that's nothing. The metal cover on there, I don't know what it is. It's probably not gonna stand that, a 2-by-4-foot piece by deck.
I'm gonna look at it tomorrow.
I don't know, I didn't notice it when I was working there, so, I don't know. It's not just a piece of metal laying on the ground that came out of the house?
Yeah, no, it's looks like it's covering something. I don't know what it could be, but anyway, just take a look at it.
Yeah.
Just put
It
it,
doesn't have anything to do with the old septic, because the old septic's out
oh,
towards the wetlands.
Bilko hatch.
Yeah, but there's no, the crawl
Has the existing
spaces.
system already been, I mean, the system that was installed, has that been inspected by the health department yet?
Well, we're waiting for the line to come between the house and the,
Oh, okay.
yeah, just waiting for that.
everything is set on that, so it's, I had, remove the gravel driveway indicated on that 100-foot, just keep the hard surface there that's existing. And then the last thing that we were just discussing, look into moving the structure out of the 100-foot, maybe into department meeting on the next project. So that's the comments I have. Should we make a motion to accept them?
Just for clarity's sake, you're not suggesting moving it.
No, not at all, not at all.
Not on yours.
We're not.
No, that's.
No, we understand.
Meet again in 5 years or just see how it's.
We'll meet again. Okay, we take a vote on it?
Yeah, vote to approve it with those
With
conditions.
the comments that we have.
Yes, absolutely, resoundingly.
All right, you're in.
Thank you.
Yes.
Thank you for coming. I really appreciate that you come and explain that because I'm an electrical engineer, so I can understand some, but not the building, you know?
It's our pleasure.
Thanks a lot. Thanks for showing up.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. Appreciate
Yeah,
it.
thanks, Karen.
And good luck with the structure.
Everything will be great though, won't it now?
It'll work out.
Big part of,
Absolutely, she deserves it.
If this comes to fruition, I'll let you know and.
Yeah, please do. I'd love to discuss it with you guys.
Again on some projects.
Yeah, of course, yeah.
Yeah,
Thank
you
you very
were.
much.
A son of your government.
Thank you very much. Yeah, like I said, we deal with the complicated things, so it'd be great to be able to talk to people about it ahead of time because
It
the
makes it a lot
DEC,
easier.
right, but going to the DEC, it can take like 6 months before they get around to talking to you.
Yeah,
So if we could have the town sort out things with the town, usually we like to be able to do that. So it'd be great to have that up.
Have a way to do it.
Of
yeah.
course, no, having the opportunity, we want to make it as compliant as possible.
Right.
And making sure that everyone is happy.
everybody's happy, yeah.
Exactly.
We're not looking for
Absolutely.
trouble or anything.
No, of
We
course.
want to make it smooth and.
Yeah, yeah.
So I think it's a great idea. So thank you very
Okay,
much.
yes, thank you.
Take care.
Okay, bye.
Okay. The next thing we have, that's good, we learned a lot. I did anyway, so.
Yeah.
Next thing is the Wetlands Code 129 review. We're still working on that with the subcommittee with the town, so we're not.
Mhm.
But maybe, I don't know, maybe we should put in something that, well, you said the building department gets a final survey.
Yeah,
They do? Okay.
yeah, everything, as of a few years ago, maybe 2 or 3 years ago, everything has to show up on the survey.
Before you
For
issue.
final approval, the health department requires, like where all the utilities are located and,
I know yours does, but does the town get it?
oh, yeah, they get the same, yeah, they get all that.
Good, thank you. That's good. So we're have that covered.
They gotta submit, I forget how many copies, it's like 7 or something, so. Go all over the place.
Yeah. Okay, old business, anybody have any old?
Oh, I thought we were gonna go over these, I'm sorry. Aren't we gonna do the code? Are we gonna say anything about it?
No, we're still in review on the committee, yeah, unless you have some comments on it.
I do.
Great, great.
Yeah.
You all were supposed to review it so you could take it back to
Yeah,
somebody.
that's what we're doing.
Okay.
That's what we're doing.
So,
That's right.
so do you want me
I
to
know Chris
mention?
had some things, but Chris is.
Oh, Chris isn't here. Okay, well, what would you prefer? I mean, you want me to say a few things or wait
Go
for
ahead.
Chris?
Yeah, sure.
Okay, yeah, I just had a couple of, Well, I just had one question. Maybe Amber, I don't know. Are you part of all these reviews?
So.
You don't have any
I'm
idea?
trying to get it to town board.
Okay. Well, I have a question and the others are comments. But on the first page here with the Causeway Overlay District, the explanation of it being a sensitive wetlands area, prone to frequent flooding and all that. And then the fact that the whole thing was stricken and nothing is in its place surprised me. So I just was wondering why that was deleted. And should there not be something? Is that not? I thought that was strange. All right. So if nobody has anything to say to that, I just was questioning that. Is that good? All right. And then, no, we don't, our pages aren't numbered.
Page was that on?
That was the first page, and that is 129-1, purpose and findings, and it's letter E on what was passed out last week.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
The last
And
time.
I just, I thought, well, maybe there'll be more, and there wasn't. Okay. So that just,
He was completely crossed out.
yeah, it just struck me as strange, given the fact that you would think that that would be a particularly concerning area. And so,
No,
and at one point it was, so,
The reason for that is there's
Yeah.
only one property on the causeway left that could be built on. and it
Okay.
Really can't be built, so.
okay. So there's no
a
need
whole
to have-
section on the causeway, and that all we decided, that's, but I'll bring it up
Okay.
again, that there's some,
Okay, well, if it's unnecessary, no, I just wondered, so I'm not
that's what we felt.
here to say it needs to be in there at all, I just really wondered, okay. All right, so now, jumping over to, this is listed here, regulated activity under, all right, under regulated area, there's no page numbers here, but wetlands, okay. Do you see where that is, regulated area? And it says the area in, on or over a wetland within 100 feet of the landward boundary of a tidal wetland, or within 100 feet of the landward boundary of a freshwater wetland, as measured horizontally. I just, and then says where no activity can occur. My question was, is horizontally clear, just clear enough to everybody, measuring it horizontally?
Yeah, because see, sometimes if you're
On a slope.
on a bluff,
Okay,
and you could go up, 100 feet on a bluff,
right.
and only go in 50,
Oh, okay.
That's what,
So this is clear.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah,
I see what you're saying, yeah, I thought, as I was thinking about it, I thought, what do they need? Okay. Let's see, there is a grid here, and it says types of activities, where it has new structure, new construction, existing, blah, blah, blah. Okay, there's definitions for a lot of this, if not all of this, but I noticed clearing. And the only reason I'm mentioning it is I was thinking the purpose of our reviewing this, I believe, is to reduce ambiguity. And I thought a lot of other, like, is clearing, except for clearing authorized under that? So any kind of clearing is that clear? I mean, yes.
29.3 permit.
They don't define what clearing is. Now, maybe that is painfully clear to everyone, but I just wondered because there
well, you
were,
can only, anything under 6 inches. Any trees under, over 6 inches. Is it 6 or 4? Maybe it's 4 inches, maybe 4 inches. Yeah, so,
and clearing, according to this with the code, clearing is prohibited because it's got an AP next to it,
right?
except clearing authorized under 129-4B. So that means, do people know what that is, or do they take things away and say, well, I'm not really clearing it, I'm just,
Yeah, everybody,
That's what I
when
wonder.
people say clearing, they think the whole place is gonna get level, but they're only allowed in that area to just trim small brush, that kind of thing.
okay, so,
Like if you go down to Wade's Beach, the guys that are there and they want a view of the water,
right,
they leave the roots and stumps and they trim everything at a certain height, that's small,
yeah.
that kind of thing. That's what they're talking about.
Okay, well, I guess what I would say is, I would think that should be defined.
Yeah, it's not as clearing, but maybe it's trimming.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Just,
that makes sense.
if you want to prevent people from doing it, I think giving
When you
a
say clearing,
definition
then
of what you mean
Somebody's gonna race through there with a machine and,
Yeah,
is helpful, yeah. Yeah, so
yeah,
that's,
trimming is a good idea,
yeah, okay.
sure.
All right, and let's see. Okay, under, what is this, administrative wetlands permit review procedures? Okay, when we get to H, where it says the building inspector may suspend or revoke, blah, blah, blah. Okay, we have 1 and 2, and it says where he finds, and I guess I just thought, though we recognize we have a male now, look, we have Amber. And so I just thought, should you not in a code like this have gender neutral language, like the inspector? So where the inspector finds, because
Right.
it's conceivable you could have a woman in that role. Okay, so that's just easy enough.
Where was that now?
That is on, I wish we had page numbers.
Well,
Crazy.
give me the article.
It is H, yes. It's under administrative wetlands, okay, 129.5, which is administrative wetlands
Yeah.
permit. And it's H, 1 and 2. It has where he.
Oh,
So I'm just saying, I would just make it where the inspector. Okay. Then, let's see, the next page, full wetlands permit, if applicable. I don't know, this may be, picky, or perhaps the lawyer likes it better as it is, I don't know, if we have a lawyer to look at this, but A4, where it says if applicable, I mean, it just seemed to me that if makes it sound more iffy, so I just thought you'd say when applicable vegetation, when it is, as opposed to if it is, because that sounds like, oh, maybe it is and maybe it isn't. So I thought it introduced confusion, I think, when
Makes sense.
applicable.
Yeah,
And so that's on number 4, and then you could do the same thing on 7, either when or where applicable, but I think I'd say when. To me, that just makes it, when it applies, this is what you do,
Right.
kind of thing.
good comments.
Yeah, okay.
I don't know if everybody agree with it, but that's.
Yeah, well, I don't know if the lawyer,
there's a lot of chess that goes on with this stuff, they go, well, if, who says if?
that's what I thought, if is iffy.
If it's in other section of a code or something, do we change the entire code to be gender? I don't know.
No, there's just where they have he, they only have 2 he's in there, so I would change it.
No, but I'm saying other code, like not just the wetlands.
Oh,
Yeah, but.
I would think so if
On
it's,
this one, so,
Yeah,
yeah, we're working on this, but
yeah.
I would just think, a lawyer would
We'll wait
catch
till the
that.
next one comes and we'll do that too.
So I would just suggest that it's a better way to do things if you're a government
very good.
entity. Okay, let's see, B, all right, on. Okay, there, well, I was looking at complete and completed, and I'm not picky about language at all, I'm just trying to help with clarity here, but upon receipt of all copies, okay, this issue of, I think, complete, when the application is complete, I believe that refers to the status of it, as in all the required, Jessica, maybe you could, I think complete, using when the application is complete, I think that means that all the required documents are in, right? Doesn't mean that they're properly completed, it just means it's complete. Like you say, we have a complete packet, we need this, this, and this, and it's all submitted, right? Okay, so I think complete is okay. Here's the question that I have, and I'm trying to be careful for the town about the timelines, because you understand when you say 45 days, when does the clock start, is what I'm trying to clarify. So on B, when we go over to complete the application, the town clerk shall forward the application to the Conservation Advisory Council and to the planning board. Okay, 5 was struck. Conservation Advisory Council and the planning board shall review said application and shall have, this is the part, have a 45-day period following transmittal of the application to forward their written report. And I'm asking about transmittal here, and I'm thinking that what you mean is transmittal by the town clerk to the Conservation Advisory Council and the Planning Board, because otherwise, transmittal could mean when they transmitted it to you. Do you see what I'm saying? They could say, upon transmittal, I transmitted it to Jessica, so now the clock starts. And I think what you mean, because what if you're on vacation for 2 days, is when you transmit it to us, to the planning board and us, then the clock starts running. Is that in fact what you mean? I think it's better for the town to do it that way.
Well, if we
That's
said
my thought.
Following the receipt, maybe that,
Well, not the receipt, no, because I think you can't tell when people receive, I think it's when the town clerk transmits it. So I think it would be following, or I didn't, transmittal by the town clerk of completed application to the Conservation Advisory Council and the Planning Board. That's what I would say, because the word transmittal, I mean, I've been involved where people, want to push you from the outside, and if you say transmittal,
right.
yeah, I'm just trying to be protective of the town board. Okay.
PhD.
Well, I've been through this stuff before. Okay.
Good.
Let's see, all right, then, okay, now I think those were really, I mean, in terms of fundamental things that I just thought could
That's great.
open us up, I just
Appreciate
wanted to do that, yeah, okay.
I'll
Great.
get some more from Chris.
Yeah, Chris had some things too.
He is a great ad because.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Great.
been there, done that.
yeah, he really is.
I think my idea also should be included in the wetlands application, so there is a, provision, for people to present a case for a certain situation, yeah. Because there's nothing really,
Okay, let me put some.
nothing really in, I understand they're trying to provide
If I,
laws, but you should also be able to say, hey, look, this is what we've got,
I can tell you that I
may not be in the code, but just some,
Right.
just experience with this kind of thing. You don't want absolutely every single person to
No,
try
to
to come up
try to
with a
come up
way
with-
around it, which if you say, and you can also ask for this,
No, I understand.
everybody will do it. But that's why I think if we define the circumstances under which you can even ask, like you have to have all of the,
Right.
so maybe it's, if you were to take the case that we had today,
right.
where it was in, the deteriorating building,
if-
and it was
yeah, but if it's-
clear and
if-
persuasive evidence.
Because a deteriorated building that's outside of the wetlands doesn't matter, you can do
Right,
it.
within the wetlands,
Within the wetlands,
and you could make a clear and persuasive case
Right.
that moving it would be helpful to both the wetlands and the homeowner.
Exactly.
Then provide documentation,
right.
something like that.
Because it would,
And that might end a lot of these, chess games that everybody plays with their stuff,
Yeah, I think if you provide supportive documentation, and then I think the town, what I would do, I mean, it's like a standard appeal. What I would do is then you look at the documentation and you grant them the ability to have that committee review, or you don't, because it doesn't rise to that level.
right?
So,
Yeah.
yeah, I think that's.
see what I'm saying? Because then you don't want to bring everybody together if somebody's just arguing.
Well, it's just,
If it's
yeah,
clear that there's a reason to do.
it's just a matter of having an engineer inspection is really all it is. An engineer inspect it and
Building and see
look at the building and see what's what and,
deterioration.
Right, so that could be what, so that's something they have to submit, an engineer's inspection, right. So, and then if who's ever the reviewer on this, it could come to us, we could say, yeah,
Yeah.
that's clear, yeah, right.
it would be something you do preliminarily before you even go to the DEC, the
Right, right.
plans and all, because you may not end up doing what you originally planned, because if you got permission to, take it down and move it,
Exactly,
make it, comply.
yeah, it's like a request for an exemption or something, but you have to define that, or else
right.
everybody will ask for it.
Oh, yeah, no, I
And
understand.
it's got to be tight in the
Yeah.
process, you just don't want to
It
make,
can't be just, this is what I want.
I think, or,
That's what you get 90% of the time, right?
That's what we.
no,
It's
right,
not adequate for my needs.
Yeah,
no, right,
It's not 8,000 square feet.
you get that on the explanation. of
yeah.
Right.
What you need,
Yeah, I couldn't live with that.
better this way.
Yeah.
So,
But anyway,
okay, did you capture that, Jessica? You're wonderful. Okay. She really is wonderful.
She is.
What she's able to capture is really remarkable. Okay. Good.
All right,
All right.
good now, so.
Okay, so now, I'm sorry.
Those Comments, I
Yeah,
guess.
yeah.
Yeah,
Good.
maybe on the 28th when Chris is back, and then
yeah. Get some.
finish this thing up before,
And do you think Dan
Yeah, it won't
or,
be sent out before.
yeah.
How about Ulrich? Doesn't he have anything? He usually does.
He does, but unfortunately, he has got COVID, so
Oh, he's out.
he's not going to be thinking
Very clearly.
about that this week or
Yeah.
something. So,
Do you want to ask him, though, if he
yeah, I
has
will.
any
I will.
comments
I'll
to
email
just
him
submit
to
them
see,
and
yes, yeah.
to us? Because he's,
Yeah.
he's
Well,
very.
that's what I
thorough.
asked at the last meeting, that,
Right.
to Chris and stuff, so I got to talk to Chris, so I'll see. what-
Yeah, I was just thinking, he's so thorough that he would probably review it and send us something.
Oh, yeah,
I would
yeah.
think, right? Okay,
Right?
all right, now, whole business.
Business. No, I don't.
Don't have any new business?
New business?
No,
No, not right now, nothing.
no,
Okay. We covered everything for this, but there's always new business, as I guess happened today in the meeting in the town, something that always comes up that keeps the town busy, so.
Yeah.
yeah, that's good, yeah. No, I think just reiterating, the next meeting is October 28th, the one after that is November 25.
Right,
And that Jessica said, if we needed to have something in December, that will be added, but at the moment, it's not there.
oh, and the next meeting, we have 2 wetlands. Right.
And we have two, yeah.
I think
I have the wrong date, I guess. I have November 26th, so
that's
25.
if it's needed. I mean, well, no, that's
November
what we have.
25th, right? It's
Yeah,
a
we're gonna
Tuesday.
have,
I'm
yeah.
saying, no, I don't have that.
So it's, what is it, Carpe and the
And,
next one?
yeah, Carpe and the other one was,
Bootsy.
Lucy,
Bootsy.
Bootsy or whatever it is, yeah.
Oh, Boots, but
Yeah,
Bootsy.
Bootsy.
Yeah, that's cute.
Let's see.
Bitsy and,
So we have those 2, and you have them in the folders here, so that Jessica prepared for us.
okay. Ah,
I'm just going to give Jessica back the folder, maybe, so we don't lose them each time.
thank you, Jessica.
Sounds familiar. Is that on Gardner's Bay Drive? Bootsy?
No, Peconic,
Upaconic?
yeah,
Okay.
with the number of it.
All right, okay.
Okay.
All right.
All right,
Okay, okay.
anything else?
I don't think
I
so.
think I'll make a motion that, oh, wait a second, is Pam still there?
Yes,
I-
Howard, I'm still here.
Yeah,
I would like to vehemently oppose the removal of the Causeway District from the Wetlands Code. Even if it's assumed that there is one property that's buildable, there was discussion that maybe people would put stilt houses on the 4 acres on First Causeway there at one time. I don't, as long as there's a house that, piece of property that code applies to, then that code should remain. And I
Agree.
will stand by that statement from now until this code is reviewed to the town board. There is no reason to remove it.
I don't think so either,
Absolutely not.
Pam. I agree with you.
Pam, I don't know. I'll have to talk to the committee, maybe we could show that piece of property is not.
Listen, the former town attorney said that there was more than one lot that was buildable there. There's a lot of little lots on the causeway. It's been protected. The law was written for a reason. And why get rid of it? The reason it was written is for what it says, so that
Right.
there would be no development, to assure that nothing would happen. How do you protect this Overlook LLC piece of property out there? You don't know how to do that. And there's county property, town property. This is the most absurd thing that I've heard in code changes for this town in the last 5 years that I've been watching meetings. And I am very disturbed by it. And I think that the subcommittee better do some really hard thinking on this before it goes to the town board. Because you will get pushback from the Ram Island Association, probably the Shelter Island Association. You know, I'm not gonna be the only one talking about this. So I just,
So also, if
I would like you to take that back to the subcommittee, Howard, whomever might be on that
Yes,
subcommittee.
yeah,
Because
I
they
will,
haven't
I
been
will.
identified. We've never seen minutes of this subcommittee. You've been working on this for 2 years. This
Right.
is just a bad move. In
Okay,
my
I'll bring
opinion.
it back, I guarantee you, I'll bring it back to them.
I appreciate the time to voice my opinion on that, Howard. I really do. And it was a very nice meeting again. And of course, as usual, I learned other things. So I appreciate it.
well, one good thing about having the law there too is if they negotiate with the 2% committee to buy any of these little parcels, that's also there as a,
Yeah,
Absolutely. Very good point.
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
2%.
If it's no effort to take it off.
Right.
Just to leave it there.
It just seemed.
It made no sense to me either, so, okay. Yeah,
It's already
as
there.
important as that is,
Yeah.
yeah.
Put
Okay,
it back would probably be impossible. Somehow, you know.
put it back.
No, I mean, to put it back if you decided, oh.
If you decided, absolutely,
We take,
that's right.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's no good reason to take it out,
you know, I'll have to go through it now.
and all the reasons in the world to leave it in.
Right.
I'll have to go through it and see if there's anything in there that makes sense. Or we have to change anything if we keep
I
it.
think change it, yeah, I mean, if you want to update it or
Right.
strengthen
We'll
it,
go through it.
if we keep it, but we should keep, I feel that way too.
Very good.
Thank you, Pam, as
Thank you for
always.
listening. Thank you very much for listening. I really do appreciate it.
Nice.
Makes sense.
Yeah, it really does.
Anything else we have? Anybody else up there? No, that was-
I don't think so.
Okay, I
Okay,
say that we adjourn the meeting.
yes,
Sounds good. Second.
okay, yep.
Yeah.
All right, we.
Go home now.
Go home and have ice cream.
Yeah.